Next on Good Morning El Paso, breaking overnight. The manhunt is on for the suspected gunman in an overnight shooting. Our round-the-clock crew is on the scene.
Some big news for voters in the Eastside district. A $400 million bond will be on the ballot this May. How that will affect your tax rate.
And the latest Arctic blast continues to cause travel nightmares for more than 20 states. We'll have your complete Storm Track weather coverage.
Live, where news comes first. From the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland. This is ABC7's Good Morning El Paso.
A man is in the hospital this morning following a shooting and the suspect on the loose.
Police are now searching for him. Good morning, El Paso, Las Cruces, and Juarez. I'm Stephanei Valle.
And I'm Floren. Good morning, everyone. We'll get to your storm track weather coming up in just a moment, but first, our round-the-clock coverage right now.
Police are at the scene of an early morning shooting in downtown. It happened near the intersection of Father Ram and El Paso Street. The alleged gunman has not been caught.
Good morning, El Paso's Denise Olivas is live downtown and picks up the story. Denise.
Good morning, Stephanei and Hillary. Well, police have already cleared the scene, so we were able to actually get closer to where the shooting happened here at Father Ram and El Paso Street. This is where we saw police and investigators focusing on their investigation. They had several flashlights and just really standing around this area. It's still unclear what led up to the shooting, but we do know that one person was shot in the leg and taken to an area hospital. Our newsroom did hear a possible suspect description over police scanners, and the suspect, possibly a Hispanic man, about 35 years old, and driving a white truck with New Mexico plates. I did call dispatch, but they wouldn't confirm that information. Again, still unclear what led up to the situation, but we can tell you that this area in downtown El Paso is all cleared up. Father Ram and El Paso Street open to traffic and to pedestrians as well. As soon as we get any more details, we'll pass them along. For now, we're live in downtown El Paso. Denise Olivas, ABC7.
Thanks so much, Denise, for that live update. And now let's go ahead and show you a gorgeous shot. We just have to from on top of the Franklin Mountains. Look at that, courtesy of our ABC7 mountain cams. Gorgeous, Crystal.
Yeah, that is absolutely a beautiful shot to start off the day. Notice we've just got a few spot clouds out there. Otherwise, starting it out with clear skies again today. That's going to be the case throughout the entire afternoon. A few spotty clouds, all at the very high level, so way overhead, not going to affect your temperatures. We are looking warm again. Yesterday, we had a high of 71. Today, it'll be warmer than that. This morning, you can kind of already tell. Check it out. We're at 42 degrees in El Paso. It does feel like 39 thanks to winds at 5 miles per hour. Las Cruces 35 degrees, a little chillier, and winds calm outside currently. And on our clouds and radar map, we did see more of those high clouds overnight. Some have since moved off, but throughout today, we've got the potential for some on again, off again high clouds to mix in with the sunshine. It's the next few days, though, that more clouds move in and those winds really pick up. We're going to discuss how high the wind gusts go with your latest computer models coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, Crystal, thank you. And while the borderland will see 70-degree temps today, most of the country is facing another blast of Arctic air this morning as far south as Florida. Up north in New England, the end of winter just can't come soon enough. ABC's Valle has our storm track weather coverage.
New warnings in the hard-hit Boston area this morning. Already reports of more than 80 dangerous roof collapses. The heavy snow sliding off the roof of this ice rink buried 5 people.
One you could tell was hurt, with like his neck. And then the lady looked very hurt too.
The record snowfall in Massachusetts not done yet.
I just want it gone. I just want it gone.
The Arctic blast hitting 24 states, a challenge for drivers on icy roads. Black ice hidden beneath the snow. In Nashville, this car just misses a police cruiser. Farmers in southern states covering up crops to protect them. And where schools are closed for a third day, food banks are trying to make sure needy kids get fed.
Then now they're having to wait until mom and dad come home, or in hopes that there is something available when mom and dad come home.
The Coast Guard using special icebreakers to keep 140 miles of the Delaware River north of Philadelphia flowing for commercial vehicles and for their operations in an emergency. The deep freeze being appreciated by at least some this morning.
Beautiful. It's awesome.
Tourists drawn to the frozen spectacle of Niagara Falls. Bazi Kanani, ABC News, Washington.
Brr. All right, let's warm things up. Voters in the Eastside School District, get ready, because on May 9th, you'll have to decide if you want your taxes increased to pay for nearly $452 million in bonds. The board approved the proposal 6-1, with only Ana Dueñas in the opposition. Now comes the hard part. The superintendent has to sell the idea to you, the voter. When you go to the polls in May, this bond will increase the tax rate by 10%, which is anywhere from $5 to $12 more per month. If the bond does not pass, Superintendent De La Torre tells us he would likely bring it up again on the November ballot.
New this morning, El Paso Water Utilities is bringing water service for the first time to a colonia in Far East El Paso. We're talking about the Colonia Revolucion, located west of Horizon City between Pelicano and East Lake. The community will no longer be dependent on water tanks. That also means more than 80 families are a step closer to having fire protection. County Commissioner Vince Perez says residents have the right to clean water.
For the residents who live here, that's not always the case. And oftentimes, they have to tank in their water, which can cost up to $250 a month. The water that is tanked in isn't very sanitary. It often has a higher salt content, which for many people with skin conditions can lead to rashes and other conditions.
The project is expected to be completed next year. And an update now to a story we brought you yesterday morning. Far East El Paso residents got a chance to tell city leaders what they want to see at the Eastside Regional Park. At last night's community meeting, City Rep Michael No presented the preliminary master plan on the 42-acre park. He says it's now time to prioritize what will be built in 3 different phases.
Back with a clear look at what's prioritized, and then it'll come back for a final, and it'll get presented to council for approval. And at that point there, then I'm going to be pushing for as fast as I can to get the bidding process in line to start breaking ground on this.
Phase 1 includes a swimming complex and community center. The second phase includes lighted flat fields, the skate park, and community garden. Additional amenities will be added in the third phase.
Texas Tech University Health Sciences Center and UTEP joining forces now. A new healthcare center will provide the university's employees with a care center near campus. It'll be located just behind Providence Memorial Hospital. You will need to be enrolled in the UT Select Health Insurance Plan. The center will also offer a variety of preventive care services like immunizations and cancer screenings.
Las Cruces police are still looking for the armed robber who hit a store inside the Mesilla Valley Mall last Friday. Our New Mexico mobile newsroom has learned the investigation is now being hampered by a lack of video evidence. Police say they don't have much to work with beyond a small amount of footage recorded by a security camera inside the store. They say they haven't received any other video from the mall itself, and that's hurting their effort to investigate. ABC7 asked the Mesilla Valley Mall manager about this, but he told us he could not speak on mall security matters.
Las Cruces Mayor Ken Miyagi-Shima says his city is strong. In his State of the City address yesterday, he said during the last fiscal year, Las Cruces had a savings of more than $7 million. He added that the savings helped the city to complete more projects. The mayor also discussed the city's new minimum wage, saying it is time for the city and business leaders to move on and accept the minimum wage increase approved by council in December.
These people are important to us. They take care of our children while we're working. They bathe and feed our elders as their health fails. They build our homes, they clean our motel rooms, and they serve us our meals. What they do is crucial to our economy and our daily lives.
For weeks, city leaders in Las Cruces have debated whether to amend the ordinance in order to give small business owners more time to get ready. Miyagi-Shima said his stance on the issue changed when he heard the stories of Las Crucens struggling to make ends meet. On New Year's Day, the minimum wage in Las Cruces increased to $8.40 an hour. It will increase to $9.20 in 2017, and in 2019, it will rise to $10.10 an hour. If you'd like to see the entire State of the City address, we have a link. Just go to our homepage at KVIA.com.
It's 6:09. We're taking a look at traffic cameras in central El Paso, looking over at I-10 and Piedras. You can see that traffic is starting to build slightly this morning. No problems that we can tell you about in that area. Just be careful as you get out the door for work or school this morning.
Hip-hop fans in the borderland could be in for a real treat.
We got word that UTEP is working to bring a popular rapper to the Sun City. What else we found out coming up?
And if you're allergic to peanuts, we have a warning for you this morning.
Why a certain spice frequently used in Mexican cooking could cause an allergic reaction.
One thing we're not allergic to, the lack of wind we have right now. You know, when the wind comes, the allergies, but that might mean some bad news for some of us, right? Eventually?
Yes, Crystal has the bad news, unfortunately.
Yeah, we are talking great spring-like temps, but with it, we're also talking some spring-like winds. We'll look at how high those gusts go coming up.
Thanks, Crystal. This is ABC 7, where news comes first.